Hi, everybody. The focus of our conversation today is a topic that is so close to my heart, and this is the one of potential, your potential, our potential. And the reason it's close to my heart is that I have spent most of my career as a coach, facilitator, educator in service of potential. And I don't think there's anything that gives me as much pleasure when I see someone step into their potential to bring forward a part of themselves that they haven't really expressed yet, a hidden talent or an aspect of who they are, and they reveal it and discover it, and it's just like so exciting and it's really empowering. So this is what I want to talk to you about today. How can we be more of who we're really here to be our potential? Now, some of it goes back to our backstory and how we were influenced as we were growing up and the paths that we've been set on. For example, maybe when you were growing up, you were called the smart one in your family, or the sporty one, or the creative one, or the artsy one. And because you were good at it, then there were expectations around that. You went on that path and you kind of got better and better and better at it and probably really successful. And there are these other parts of you that never really got to be expressed. And on the other hand, imagine if you were someone growing up who loved acting and singing or dancing, but because of your build, your parents or your teachers thought you couldn't quite make it on stage, and so you weren't encouraged. And then that part of you actually shut down, and you kept that dream, that aspect of potential close to your heart, and you really didn't share it with anyone else. And then one day when you were older, you stepped out on stage, metaphorically, right? You stepped out on stage and you used your voice. And what you found was you sang or you danced or you spoke absolutely beautifully. And when you were doing it, you were really filled up and loved doing it. So this is what I'm talking about. It's those parts of us that are being called to be expressed. Now, we can sit on our potential. And I know some people that do that, and that's okay too. There's nothing about this that you have to do. What I know is that if you want to be all of who you are and live your best life, then potential comes into it, right? You can choose that you're going to stay safe and keep things certain, but that doesn't bode well for potential. So what is it that you want? What do you want to express? What do you want to reveal? What do you want to discover? What would you really like to bring into the light more? And it could be anything, right? And it's not because you think you should to, you have to, or you need to. It's because there's a part of you that feels called to do it. One place that you can look that is in service of potential is looking at all the work that's been done by Professor Martin Seligman and this whole area of what we call strengths. And the research is showing that the more that we can live into our strengths and express them across the domains of our life, the happier we are, the more engaged we are, the more energized we are. So if you would like to explore this pathway, go to viacharacter.org, and on there you'll see a place to register. It's free, it takes 15 minutes, and you answer this survey and you'll get a ranking on 24 strengths. And the theory is that the top 6 strengths are your hallmark strengths. So the more that you express them, learn to live into them, the more engaged you are and fulfilled you are in your life. Now, you may not be very good at them, doesn't matter. That's not the thing. It's not being competent. It's about living into them and using them and expressing them. And that in itself fills you up. So, for example, creativity might come up as one of your hallmark strengths. And, the voice might say, I'm not creative. That's not how this works. It's when you do things where you're allowed to express your creativity, it will feel really good. Trust me, give it a go. And for example, my strengths were love of learning, that's one of them, and curiosity, and appreciation of beauty and excellence. So if I find there's any points in my, in my life where I'm feeling a bit flat, I'll do a little check. How am I going with my strengths? Where are my strengths being expressed? Or which one of my strengths do I need to express? And for me, it's pretty easy. I'll go learn something new, or I'll go and talk to somebody who I think is amazing at what they do, and I'll find out how they do what they do, and that fills me up. So it's that sense of how do we really engage with our energy and keep it flowing and energized. So for you, what is it that you would like to do? And I'm really with Liz Gilbert on this one. She wrote the book Big Magic, and she's got a fabulous podcast called Magic Lessons. But Liz would say, and she's a super creative, follow your curiosity. So if we want to find our potential, follow your curiosity. What is it that you're drawn to? What are you interested in? And sometimes that can take a bit of paying attention, right? So mentally you might get, ooh, sparked up and go, ooh, that's really interesting. Physically you might feel it in your body and go, oh, I feel really like expanded and this feels like so good. Follow it. That's what I would say, follow it. One of my stories is that I've been working as a coach, and I'd done my PhD, and I was teaching and all sorts of things. But I felt this calling, I felt this pull that I needed to go and explore my intuition more. And it took me on a path. I didn't actually know where it was going to end up, but it took me to America. It took me into the space of energy medicine. It took me into the world of intuition and metaphysics, and it opened up a whole world to me. And actually, I found that this was one of my hidden talents. I was actually an intuitive, and I could use this, I could bring this back and use it in my work. I didn't give up my day job. I incorporated it and I enhanced what I was doing, and also I just love it. So any opportunity to like use a energy medicine gadget or use some energy medicine way or intuitive way to really support people, it gives me great pleasure. So what about you? What are you feeling called to do? Another friend of mine, she runs a very successful business, and she felt called to become a yoga teacher. So she really committed to that. It was a year-long journey, 3 trips to Bali, doing all the work, doing the practice. She, again, didn't give up her day job, but she's incorporated and added her own practice into her daily life. She's expanded her philosophy about life. It's really enhanced who she is. So this is what I'm really inviting you to do. Have a think about, where is your curiosity flowing? Where is your intuition calling you? What's piquing you? And follow it. And it's not because you need to get it right, have an outcome. It's because you're revealing a part of yourself that might have been hidden from you, or you're really just wanting to develop another aspect of you. So I love, love, love doing this work. And if this is something that you want to take further, come on my website and book a consult, and we'll really explore where you could take this awesome potential of yours and how you want to be showing up in the world. Thanks, everybody. Lots of love.